What's up, guys? This is Bowtie Reviews. This is the show where we review all the greatest EdTech products. What do we have on it today? We have a little tool called Hyperduino, a little tool that looks like this. And what it does is it's basically a little electronic board that you can connect and you can program a whole bunch of lights to go with projects and a whole bunch of other electronics to go with projects. And there's more integrations coming. So to tell you more, here's a promo video.
I bought the phone using the Hyperduino. First, we took the lights and put them in. We have this pattern. And then we took the touch pads and connected them. Then we did these 4 buttons. This one is to dead one. This is another one.
To understand the resonance.
This is the other. And this is the other one. And then we made the stop and the start button. The stop stops any of them. The start starts my intro about my project and makes the lights flash. It was really fun working with them. It took a little while wiring it, but it was a lot of fun.
While that wasn't really a promo video, it does give you a pretty good job of seeing what this actually is. And so some of the things that I think, some of my thoughts with this. Number one, it's a simple electronics with a high ceiling. That's what Roger wants Hyperduino to be. And to me, that's a great thing for Maker. Something that I can take up and do a whole bunch of stuff with, but simple enough an elementary school kid can do it. I think it takes old projects to the next level. You saw it in the video where the little girl had added lights and a whole bunch of stuff to her big poster board that we've been doing for years in schools. I also like anything that you can take arts and crafts materials and you can add a maker component and add electronics component, a coding component. To me, those are really good ways to kind of bring the old and the new together. Again, it's simple enough where elementary kids can do it, which is really cool. And Roger, who owns Hyperduino, is adding a whole bunch more integrations. There's going to be stuff to do and to use with microbit to use Hyperduino. And above all, the cost of Hyperduino isn't really prohibitive. It's under $100 for the base kit, and then there are school kits as well. So to me, looking at Hyperduino, should you buy this for your school? And to me, I think it's a good buy. Because I think when you look at things like Hummingbird Robotics and Raspberry Pi and stuff like that, you need kind of a step that you can take to get to even the more complex coding like Python. And this kind of fits in that family and is one of those steps. So I think it's a step where you can get kids that are young can do some really cool stuff with it, and kids that are old that can do some really cool stuff with. And then they may be able to kind of advance into things like full-on Arduino, Raspberry Pi with Python coding, or doing some really cool stuff with Hummingbird where you get into some deeper robotics.